All right. Hey guys, I hope you're doing good. So, my name's Roshan, and in this video, I'm going to cover how you can make $20,000 in monthly revenue in the next 60 days, right? So, this in this video, basically, I will lay out complete strategy that me and my team at our own agency use, basically the CFT framework, which we basically use to help clothing brands scale to crazy heights in the shortest time frame possible. So in this video, I'm going to literally lay out everything. So just stay tuned and implement mainly, right? So take action on everything that I mentioned in this video, and trust me, it's going to be really worth it for you. So getting on to the video itself, do this and make 20K in monthly rev in the next 60 days. First, who am I and what's my story, right? So my name's Roshan Zamir, as I mentioned, and I help e-commerce clothing brands generate an extra 20K in monthly revenue with the predictable customer acquisition systems. So I saw a lot of clothing brand owners struggling to make sales and get customers on the line, even after being in the game for months and years, and at the same time being burnt by agencies and marketers who try to sell the world but deliver nothing. That's when I realized this big problem and went on a journey to solve it. So after trying out hundreds of marketing strategies over a period of consistent 1.5 years, like pushing and shoving to figure out the best customer acquisition systems that possibly I was missing out on, and I was able to finally able to come up with a framework that actually worked, right? So it wasn't something that I stumbled upon by luck. Definitely was a lot of trials and errors and testing every single element that you can possibly think of, and actually worked every single time for every clothing brand that I ever worked with. And I decided to name it Clothing Fast Action, or the CFT, right? So who is this for? So really, like, who's this for? Like, this is for you if you are unable to get sales from strangers, you are literally not able to make sales at all, your Facebook ads are not working, you have tried enough, you have put a bunch of money into it, nothing's really seems to happen. You're unsure of what you're doing wrong. You are trying to do a bunch of different things, but you're unsure as to if you're doing it correctly or not, right? Like, you can't figure out how to do strong marketing for a brand. You do not have the right knowledge or skill sets. You have been struggling for months and years to get your first few sales. You're not confident in your product just because you haven't made any sales yet. You don't have enough budget to run ads. You don't have a predictable system that generates consistent sales day in, day out. You are struggling to make consistent sales. You hardly get any sales. Or even if you're getting any sales, you do not have the right systems to have that consistent flow, right? You're not making at least 20K in monthly revenue. You are acquiring new customers consistently has always been a roadblock for the business. You are selling your products at competitive prices to make a sale instead of being the most expensive one in the market and crushing your competition. You are looking for strong marketing system and processes to help you scale your clothing brand to 10K and above monthly revenue in the next 60 days. 10K and above monthly revenue, or 20K and above monthly revenue in the next 60 days, right? So this is for you if you are this, right? Who is this not for? This is not for you if you are not serious about growing your clothing brand. You are making 50K in monthly revenue with your clothing brand. You'd rather make excuses than taking actions to skyrocket your brand, right? If you are one of these people, stop watching this video, go ahead with your own work, right? Okay, so if you are making above 50K, you can still, like, watch this video. You'll also have something to look forward to. So who has benefited from the clothing fast track framework so far? We have taken 6 clothing brands to 6 figures in monthly revenue. Our client Sam has 82,000 in monthly sales and still growing. Has, like, did 82K in monthly sales, and that was like few months back. He's still growing. Our client Albert hit his first ever 10K month in less than 30 days of working with us. Our client Adam doubled his entire business in just in a week of working with us. A customer, Keegan, had a complete restructure for his brand and went on to run extremely wildly profitable ads. Hundreds of clothing brand founders had a great change in their business through my free value content that I put out on my socials. So, a bit of the social proof,
Company,
whatever I've talked about here.
and
So, this is a quick testimonial from Adam and himself. So, you can take a look right
we are
now.
at savedgear.com. I'm here today to talk about RZ Mediascape. They are a marketing company that I have been using for about 3 months now. And I have to say, the one thing I learned when I started an apparel company is that you can't trust marketing people. And all the gurus, all these people that come to you and offer you the world, they're usually lying. And so I was a little skeptical when Rosh approached me on Facebook and said he thought he could help me out. And I have to say, I'm so glad I gave them a shot. Their onboarding process is simple, and their program is basically you do good and they do good. If you don't do good, they don't do good. And that's how it should be. Some of these companies, they want, $1,000 for this, $1,000 upfront for this, $2,000 for this. I bought learning programs for $900 that I learned nothing from. And these guys really care. And trust me, I'm a pain in the butt. Ask them, they'll tell you. And they answer all my questions. They actually care what I think. They give me honest opinions about my brand and where we're going and what they think we can do. And I have to say, if you guys want a marketing company that you can trust and a marketing company that wants you to do better, I would go with RZ Mediascape every day of the week. Peace.
So this is the quick testimonial from Adam himself, and here's another one from Keegan, the founder of Gorilla Clothing.
This is Keegan, CEO and founder of Gorilla, just giving an honest testimonial on Rashawn's Facebook marketing course. So, my experience, I was really, really struggling with Facebook ads. I spent a lot of money into it and I didn't get any results. I was getting very frustrated with it because I was just wasting money and nothing was happening. So, I saw Rashawn's page, RZ Mediascape, and it took me like a week or two to actually decide on it. But when I did decide on it, it's still the best decision I've made today in my company. Um, because Facebook ads for an e-commerce place is literally the most important thing. He's helped me restructure the entire website so that it's converting, create ads that will convert, proven to convert. He has the experience. It's definitely the best money I've ever spent in my company. And there's still big things to come. I'm still working with him right now at this moment, busy creating ad copies and creatives. But best money I've spent so far in my company. Would definitely recommend them to any e-commerce brand, especially if you're only on online and you are struggling with Facebook ads. Then I would definitely recommend it to you. Or if you just, he also helped me like restructure everything, like with my target audience and my all of those things together. So it was like a kind of like a restructure for the brand. Very helpful. I would definitely recommend them to anyone e-commerce clothing brand. Yeah, all the best.
So that's that. So as you can see, these were the two testimonials from the people, and also we've got few reviews. Like Adam also posted this review on this clothing company page. It's House Meaning God Blog. Again, you can take a look at this. I'll just put the screen on. So you can just pause and read it. And also again, this is another coaching client that I have on board. I'm helping her out with the coaching stuff and helping her scale to 0 to 15K and 20K in monthly revenue with the coaching stuff. And she's absolutely crushing it, loving it. And also Keegan, he messaged me few days back, I guess. He was like, "Hey bro, was just reading through your course and thought about you. How things that side for a long time. Amazing course by the way. Still use it till this best money I've spent." So if you don't already know, Keegan is from South Africa where the currency is just so high, when you convert it to USD. But he still took the leap, and made an investment in the course, coaching, and literally transformed his perspective and structure of his business. And literally it was complete 360-degree change for Keegan. So yeah, that's that. So nextly, these are the people who have literally benefited from clothing brand. I mean, if I had to pull up the reviews, there are honestly so many. um Literally there are so many reviews, but I did not put all of that on the screen just because it would just take a lot of time. So yeah guys, that's that. So I'll just stop that over there. Now, why CFT is the only fastest way to grow your clothing brand, right? Why just CFT? Why not any other marketing strategy or framework, right? So because look, It's marketing framework that's specifically made for clothing brands. So what do I mean by this? Like literally with years of trials and errors. So it definitely wasn't a solution we stumbled upon by luck. Because look, I've always had some passion on, like, I always loved clothing and stuff. And when I got into the marketing space, I literally saw a lot of clothing brand founders and all these e-commerce brands struggling to make it online and being burned by all these different agencies and marketers who just promise the world and deliver literally nothing. That's when I was literally obsessed with clothing brands. And then I thought, let me just build a solid framework and solve this problem that's happening, a painful problem. And then that's literally what I did. And that's when CFT was born, right? So how does CFT work? What is it exactly? What does it consist of? Like, it basically consists of all the necessary marketing elements to guarantee the growth of your brand, clothing brand, from 0 to 50K, right? So that's what we do, like literally take you from 0 to 50K. And if you're already at 50K and above, we take you from 50K to 100K or whatever that is to 500K in monthly revenue, right? So these are like the two segments that we literally serve on. And what does it really consist of? From a very, very, very overview, high level perspective, these are the elements that we really make sure that we need to have in place. These are like the top level, the bird's eye level view of what we must have in place. Brand building, if you're starting from zero, you literally have to build a brand and authority, right? Nextly, organic marketing to get customers coming in through the organic, because if you do not have organic in place, you are not going to crush it with the ads and stuff. Next, email marketing, it should be always constantly on top of mind. You should be hitting your list every single day, more than 3 times, I'd say. So advertising, go very killer strong targeting with paid ads. That's again the that's where the money's at, right? So website optimization, like really making sure the website is optimized for conversion, sales, brand authority and stuff. Establishing brand authority in order to make consistent more sales coming in. Hyper targeting your ideal customers, because if you do not know who your customers are, and if you do not know them more than they know themselves, you are not going to make it to the top level. Establishing systems for each piece to scale the brand at lightning speed, like systems, that's a very, very, very big part. If you do not have the right systems, you are just going to be all the way all over and literally, won't even move the needle forward a lot. So systems, that's a very, very big topic. So that's that. In terms of how does a CFT framework, this is exactly how it works. This is what you have to do. And if you have to scale to next 20K in monthly rev, this is exactly what I'd recommend you do, right? So who do we work with, right? That's a good question. So since we have had many applications from the clothing brands wanting to work with us, it's physically impossible to serve everyone at the same level. Maybe it's possible, but it's not possible for us because we focus on quality over quantity every time. Because if we do not ensure that our clients get the results, there's no point of working with them. And that's why we always make sure we are maintaining the quality over quantity, right? So if you're doing anywhere between 50 to 200K and you're interested to hear how we can scale it to 500K and above in monthly revenue, like we did for other clients, some of our other clients, including Sam, with our done for you service, like we literally come on board and do every single thing that I mentioned over here to you, and literally scale it to 200K and like to 500K and above in monthly revenue. And that's with the done for you service in the shortest time frame with strong systems. Then you can book in a call with us. Link will be in the description, or like just go ahead find somewhere. It should be in the description. So on the call, we'll just figure out what needs to be done and how we can literally help you scale to 500K and above, and literally help you do that with strong systems and processes. And we'll also lay out a complete strategy and plan. However, if you're doing between 0 to 15K in monthly revenue, I can help you build everything you need to go from 0 to 15K, like 0 or 15K, wherever you're at, all the way to $50,000 in monthly revenue, right? In next 60 days or less, right? So that's how confident I am. And it's a complete one-on-one mentorship program to literally handhold you to your outcome, right? So it's not me coming on board and doing the work for you. Instead, I will literally tell you step by step. You can hop on calls, you can ask me questions directly. It's just that I'm not going to do the work. I will, whenever you hit a roadblock, whenever you're trying to figure things out, I'm just a text away and you just get access to me. And literally, it's like me doing the stuff, but just telling you what to do and you do it yourself, right? So I'm literally handhold you to your outcome. And please only book a call if you are serious about growing your clothing brand. because I do not like to work with anyone who just comes on board with that hypey mindset of, oh, I want to grow the clothing brand, and then after a few days they are like, oh, I just found something else, and then I'm just not going to focus on this anymore. If you are that type of person, please stay away. This is not for you. If you are really serious and want to grow a clothing brand to 50K in monthly rev in the next 60 days or less, please go ahead and book in a call. I really urge you to do that because I literally believe that I can do the same, help you do the same, right? So that's pretty much it, guys. This is what it's all about, and I hope you found some value and some insights on how we as an agency work and how who we serve. So that's pretty much it. I hope you found some insights and have a great day. See ya. Have a great day, guys. Bye.